Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Register for Dinner. I'm your host, Sebastian Register, and today we're taking a little trip to Georgia, that is the United States, not the one in Europe, to make a classic dish known as pimento cheese. But we're going a step further and making a pimento grilled cheese sandwich, so stay tuned. So this is a really easy dish. It's delicious. Pimento cheese can be used as a dip, go on a sandwich, make a grilled cheese. Honestly, I've been dying to put it on a cheeseburger. That's maybe to come in later videos. But for now, we're gonna make a pimento grilled cheese sandwich. So the first steps we're gonna do is you need a mixer. And if you don't have one of these KitchenAid mixers, if you have an electric portable mixer, that'll work just fine. But literally, we're just gonna add all the ingredients into the bowl, mix well until it's nice and creamy. So what I have here first is an 8-ounce piece of cream cheese that is softened to room temperature. Add that in. For the spices, I have half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. It calls for regular paprika, but I like to do a little bit of smokiness, so I did smoked paprika. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder. Add that into the bowl. Make sure you get all that out of there. We're gonna take half of a cup of mayonnaise, any mayonnaise that you want. I always use Duke's. Okay, and then for the cheese, I have a cup and a half of extra sharp cheddar and then a cup of sharp cheddar. If you want to switch off the ratios, or if you don't want to use sharp cheddar, whatever you prefer is just fine. We're going to use 1 teaspoon of red wine vinegar. Couple dashes of hot sauce, whatever your favorite hot sauce is. I'm happy to use Crystal hot sauce today. And then 4 ounces of pimentos that have been drained and chopped. You can find this at your local grocery store. They either come in a can or in a jar. Just make sure you drain out some of the water. If you have a little bit like I do at the bottom, it's totally fine, but you want to make sure you get an excess amount of the liquid out of there. All right, you're gonna close your mixer, lock it into place, and then you're gonna want to beat it until it's nice and creamy, so it should take a couple of minutes. Start off on a lower heat or a lower speed so that your cheese and everything don't go flying everywhere. And then once you start to see it getting nice and incorporated, you can start to crank up the speed to have everything start really getting blended together. And just keep an eye on this. You want to make sure that it's nice and creamy, spreadable, good for a dip. So honestly, this is actually already starting to look like it's at the right consistency. So I'm gonna have it go just for a couple more minutes. I'm gonna turn it off really fast. I'm gonna scrape down the sides to make sure all of the ingredients are evenly blended together. And I'm just gonna have it go just for another minute or two. Not even a minute or two, about 10 seconds, honestly. All right, so my pimento cheese spread is ready. So I'm gonna turn off the mixer, take it out, make sure to scrape every last bit of the pimento cheese on the handle into the bowl. And now, it's ready to assemble your sandwich. Honestly, like I said, you could eat it just like that. You can make it as a dip for your favorite football game, show, friends, family, parties, what have you. But I'm gonna take it another step and make it into a grilled cheese sandwich, because why not? So, first things that we're gonna do is I've got 2 slices of really good bread, one with a pretty soft center, but a nice crust. I wanna develop a nice crust. Clean off this knife. And I'm going to start by lightly buttering the outsides of the bread. So I've got my bread buttered on both sides. My flat top is heated. If you don't have a flat top, you can use just a pan you can just use a pan on the stove. You're totally fine. So I'm going to take a generous portion of my pimento cheese. Look at that. Looks amazing. Spread it evenly across. Just do just a tad bit more. And just like you make any other grilled cheese, just close the bun or close the bread, lay it on your flat top. I would say about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes on this side. I'll check it. It needs to be flipped, then we'll go ahead and do that.
A few moments later.
All right, so it's been cooking for about 1.5 minutes or so, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it a flip. I saw the bottom, it looked like it was ready to be toasted. So now we'll place it on the other side, give it a nice pat down. You want to make sure that that heat is distributing through your bread and melting your cheese spread. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think this pimento cheese sandwich is ready to go. So I'm gonna transfer it over to my cutting board. You can see all that cheese oozing out of the sides. It looks delicious. Let's cut into this bad boy. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That looks delicious. This sandwich looks so good, I can't resist myself. I gotta try this thing. Oh yeah. Amazing. The pimento cheese, the creaminess, it melts so well. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Once again, my name is Sebastian Regester, and this is Regester for Dinner. If you enjoyed today's video and can't wait for us to make something else, make sure you smash that like button, comment below, and subscribe. But until next time, stay hungry, my friends. I'm gonna finish this sandwich.